Jimmy, this is MC
in your glory.
Welcoming to the Jimmy Star Show, Mr. Tommy Walker. Hello and welcome. Yay!
Yay. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it.
Before we get started, let me introduce you to everybody, starting off with my cool, outrageous man about town co-star, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hi. Now,
Ron.
do you think you have sexy shoulders? That's why you're showing them?
Oh, no, I don't know. What do you think?
No,
Actually, everybody in the chat room saying how cute you are, so yeah, probably.
Let's ask all the ladies and the gay guys in the chat room, what do you think about Tommy's shoulders?
There you go.
My shoulders, everybody, yes.
Actually, they all love them. They're saying good evening and how cute you are and how fabulous. So we got a chat room full of people. Say hello to everybody in the chat room.
Hey, everybody in the chat room. I'm Tommy. How are you?
And we also got the man behind the boards, Mr. Chad Murphy.
Tommy Walker, welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you, Chad.
Those are some broad shoulders.
You know, that's why he's wearing...
I'm leaning forward. In all fairness, I'm leaning.
There you go.
That's why he's wearing the shell
So
shirt.
first of all, since we're actually like broadcasting from Florida, but we're out of Bucks County, and you're an actual Bucks County native, we want to like say hello, Bucks County to Bucks County, even though now you're a New Yorker.
Well,
Right, yes, I am. Hello, Bucks County. I miss you.
Yeah, there you go. He's a New Yorker, and now he's in Bucks County.
Stuck in Bucks County. You know,
It's not so bad, Ron.
I love it. You know, we're moving back to the West Coast because things are happening now with our show, with producers in studios. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. I guess we're becoming more popular, or we're going to be really a class act show now. Probably will stink.
Oh, really?
Well, once Hollywood trims us up and cleans us up, we'll be a crappy show.
Okay, all right. That sounds good.
The way we are now, you know that as an actor, right? When you go into do a scene and you have it in your head and it's fabulous, you've done it in the mirror 20 times and you know you're going to knock them dead. And then the director said, oh, no, nothing I wanted, nothing like that. And you stand
it
yourself off.
kind of shocks your system.
Huh?
Yeah,
It kind of shocks your system, and you're like, all right, now I've got
Don't you
to
want
try
to shit out of the
something else.
director? I mean,
Not so much.
he's a working actor. He has to be careful.
no, listen,
Yeah,
I'm a working actor too when they want a 100-year-old man to die on the screen. But I've had directors in my day say, you know, it's overkill, and I'd say, fuck you, overkill. I'm supposed to be a wild person that's angry. This is how I get angry in the real world, screaming and yelling and putting your head to the wall. Huh?
You're just being yourself, Ron.
Yeah, but they don't want it. Today, the directors today, they want you just to stand there and get cut. Sliced.
Actually, though, hold on, because like not with him. First of all, you just came back from London, right?
I just got back. Yes, was it yesterday? No, the day before yesterday. Yeah.
And so are you rep by Cool Waters Productions?
I am.
Derek Mackey's a friend of mine, so next time you see him, tell him hello. He's actually been on the show for a movie he was in a couple years ago. Like 3 years ago he was on the show because we're about 6 years old. But he's actually a friend of mine because I used to go to all those cons and interview everybody who's at him and stuff, and we go to them here locally once in a while also. So say hello to Derek. Did you have fun, and have you done a lot of that convention autograph signing stuff?
No, this was my first one ever, actually, and Derek was awesome because I had talked to him, you know, on emails and whatnot on the phone, but getting to see him in person and kind of talk it out before we did it was very helpful. And I was with my co-star, Peter Shinkota, who's also in the show. Yeah. We were representing Daredevil. And he had done a few because of Falling Skies and some of the other credits he has, so he was very helpful, too. It was overwhelming.
It's fun, though, right? I mean, I used to love going to them.
Great.
And I'm sure you
it was great. It was big.
All the chicks were probably, like, loving you. All the gay guys were, like, loving you. And then you just got all the action superhero fans. So, like, you get to hit it from all ends because everybody likes you.
Well, they were nice. They were really, really nice. And some people who didn't even know who I was over there just, you know, were taking me and Peter on face value.
Oh, that's
face
cool.
Face value.
Actually, does Daredevil show over there on Netflix in England?
It does, apparently, but it seems like it's still in its infancy, where people were still just kind of, you know, finding out about it. And some people knew exactly who I was, and some people had no clue.
Okay.
Now, is Daredevil the name of your show? Tell our listeners.
Yes. Well, I play a character named Francis.
It's on Netflix.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I'm asking him. I'm not asking you. I mean, you know, you got to be all over the place.
There he is.
I love this banter. This is good stuff.
Oh yeah, that's
I do this.
We're not scripted whatsoever. No. I just have the show you're on. He doesn't even watch it. I've seen every episode.
I have no idea. I have no idea who the guests will be, and I do not research you because then it's all make believe. I act like a person a fan. That's how I do. I act like a fan, and I ask stupid questions. because people ask stupid questions. Now, tell me all about your show, and where can I see it, and when can I see it? See, that's stupid stuff.
Okay. I think that's good. And those are great leads to promo it.
Oh.
It's Marvel's Daredevil. It's on Netflix, and Netflix and Daredevil Netflix and Marvel, I should say, really kind of started pioneering the way television's being watched these days because they release their shows, their original programming, in blocks. It all comes out at the same time in 13-episode seasons. So as soon as episode 1 is released, all 12 episodes behind it are released at the same time. So people, binge watching is kind of the new craze. And in a way, it might be the way everybody wants to watch TV in the future because they can watch it on their own time. They can go to every episode as they wish. We knew that the show would be good, but we had no idea it would be such a big hit that it is currently.
It's huge.
Well, tell me a little bit about it. Like, what do you play, a housewife or something?
Yeah. Yes, I play a housewife named Frances, and it's really just dusting. I only do dusting. I asked for vacuuming, and they
You
won't.
don't do windows?
They say, no, someone else is there for that. I don't
Do
know.
windows in the show? No, seriously.
No. It's I play. Well, Vincent D'Onofrio plays the main antagonist in the first season, and he plays a character named Wilson Fisk, who's based on the Marvel Comics character, the Kingpin. And he has a right-hand man named Wesley, who's kind of like his best friend / personal contact. And I show up later in the season, in episode 9 onward, as his valet, bodyguard, kind of head of security. And then as things change, as fruition begins with the end of the season, my role starts to change a little bit too.
It's awesome.
I don't want to give anything away.
They give you more lines.
It's awesome. It is
Now,
so freaking good.
Speaking of lines, we were just talking about Ian in the film that we just saw last night, and he's like 76 years old, and he had a script there. My God, I don't really
We
believe.
saw Holmes, if you weren't listening earlier.
Yeah,
We went and saw
Sherlock
Holmes last
Holmes.
night. Okay.
I really don't believe that he was capable of delivering those lines because the scene there were no cuts in the scene. It was a one-shot scene. And he went on and on and on. So he had to be reading teleprompter or cue cards. How do you learn your lines? And do you have difficulty with it? A lot of people out there are young actors that want to know these questions.
I have a very kind of freaky ability to memorize lines extremely quickly. I don't have any trouble with it at all. It's kind of like when I look at a script or a page, I take kind of like a screenshot in my head. So in a way, I actually remember where the words are in the paragraph or the sentence. I remember actually where they're placed. So it's like I can revert back to the picture of the lines. It's very strange, but I absorb lines super quickly. I'm a big kind of like off-the-cuff guy, improver. I have a very fast kind of mentality with that stuff. So it just kind of, I don't know.
And how's your timing? Coming in, I say to you like, oh my God, look, the building's falling. Then you come in the line. So
Yeah.
So you're fast with the timing.
I love it.
I like you a lot. You're good.
Oh,
Hold
thanks.
on, let's go back. So are you a comic book person in the first place? Before Daredevil came out, like, would you be somebody who'd be like watching all the superhero movies in the first place?
Big time.
Okay.
Big time. I've gotten asked that a lot. Yeah, I'm a huge fan.
I think that's like I think that helps all the fans like you even more though when you're an actual fan and you get to do the fan things and so like because I love Daredevil. I have like all these collectible Daredevil action figures and statues and stuff
Really?
all in storage. But
Yeah.
like I have all kinds of superhero
Tons.
stuff. I'm a horror movie fan. It's my first love is horror movies, and I used to be a celebrity clothing designer, so I've dressed all the major, horror celebrity people and have pictures, and I have special like stuff they autograph for me and stuff. I'm like a huge collector, and now I'm really
that's cool.
for the last like 5 or 6 years. I'm really into the superhero thing. When I was a kid, I had my own comic book club, like on the street with like the 50 kids in the neighborhood. When I was the president of the comic book club, and I was always a Marvel person, not really a DC person. And
Oh, yeah?
But then you know what happened? Nobody bought his comic book, so he started selling drugs,
Oh,
and he
yeah,
made a
right.
fortune.
yeah,
He was
And so-
selling
Hey,
crack. All
that's
the kids on
how it goes.
no, and
all
Daredevil.
the kids on crack loved him.
Daredevil's always been one of my favorites. He's not my favorite, but he's one of my favorites. And I think that
Who's your favorite?
I was always like a big like Fantastic Four, even though I don't know if I'm going to like this new remake that they're doing with the Fantastic Four. I always like the individual people like Thor. I like the Defenders, and I like the Avengers.
Okay.
But Fantastic Four is probably like one of my.
My favorite is the original Flash Gordon with Buster Crabbe.
There you go.
That's
Oh, wow. Okay.
that's mine, boy. I used to when I was a kid, we saw the reruns on black and white TV when I was about 8 or 9, and to us that was my God. What kind of world? I mean, the way they did it in those days, it was so corny today, but back then it looked magical and Flash and Dale and Dr. Zarkov and Ming. Oh my God, they were fabulous characters. Today we don't get that thrill
Exactly
anymore
what you're
because they
talking about.
take it away with CGI.
So going back to the net, so everybody, you can watch Daredevil on Netflix if you haven't seen it yet. It's really, really good. At first, I was a little bit disappointed that it took so long for him to get a costume, but now I can't wait for season 2 so much that I'm like itching, for it.
Yeah,
Right.
like Superman
And,
in that dark suit.
Wait, no, don't switch the conversation about Superman. That's different.
No, but we could go from Superman.
No, I want to talk about Daredevil.
Okay, but
You guys can talk about
see,
Superman if you want. I love
we hate when guests come on. All they do is talk about their stupid
I know,
shows.
but I want to talk about it because I love it.
We're gonna do a little.
Did
bit
you
of-
do the?
I
Have you
want
seen the
pe-
preview for
listen,
Superman versus
listen,
Batman?
Stop it. Hold.
I have.
want people
Actually,
to
I
know
think it
him.
looks great.
I want people to get to know him.
We're gonna talk all
The
about
hell with
him
his
in a
show.
minute.
That they'll see. Let them get to know him so they like him and they go see him.
Daredevil will sell itself.
Let me tell you something, Tommy. Years ago, we never went to a movie because of the title of the movie. It was, let's go see a Marilyn Monroe movie. Let's go see a Clark Gable movie. Or Betty Davis has a new movie out. Let's go. And years ago, we went to see the star, not the film. That's how it's got to be today. We've got to get rid of the crappy film work.
So
and
let's
get
go
the
see
star.
a Tommy Walker movie.
That's what I
yeah.
want, a Tommy Walker movie.
Uh-oh. Chad, what happened?
Skype's trying to get that call back for you.
Okay. So anyway, you guys, while Skype's getting that call back for us, Tommy Walker, you guys can see him in Daredevil. Just go to Netflix. I watched the whole season in like 2 seconds. It was fabulous.
I'm going to watch it.
And it's a little violent, but it's a lot of fun. Chad, why did we lose him?
That's a question I can't answer.
Okay, was he calling back in, or are you calling him?
Nope, says hold on while we try to get the call back.
Oh, so Skype just did that on its own.
Automatic.
Oh,
Skype
that's that
stinks.
terrible. Skype, you have to like work your shit out.
Yeah, Skype. Ugh.
Well, it could be his connection that dropped somewhere.
Why does another company copy Skype so there's some competition?
Periscope.
Skype seems to own it all. They do what they want.
There you go. Oh, I think it hung up.
Hey, guys.
Oh, there we
There
go.
you go.
Are we
There
back?
you are.
Yeah, just
I
hit
think
your
so.
video icon again there, Tom. There you go.
On again, and we should be back.
You guys lose me? Sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
That's okay.
No,
There
we,
you
we
go.
were yelling.
Yay!
We were yelling to everybody that watches and listens to.
You guys got mad about Superman and DC versus Marvel, and you got all angry and
Doesn't
hung
like
up on
the-
me.
He doesn't like the new comic, the new like colors of like Superman's wearing darker colors and Wonder Woman's not wearing.
Wonder Woman looks like
Yeah.
she's in black leather. She has a whip and high heels and fishnets. She looks like a, what do you call it, a masochist chick, you know? What do you call it? Not the masochist. the
right.
one that whips you. She's the dominatrix. I mean, it's still.
Like a dominatrix?
Anyway, I don't know.
Well,
Well, I'm a saint. But anyway, I'm telling everybody go see a Tommy Walker film. That's what you got.
well, I appreciate it. I mean, I want to give those movies a chance because I'm a big fan of DC as well. So I feel like I kind of want everybody to win. You know, as long as they do their best and put out a good movie, I'm just fingers crossed.
Oh, absolutely. You know, like I like Aquaman, and I was very upset like many years ago when that Aquaman TV series didn't make it.
Oh yeah.
Cool Aquaman TV series,
know,
and now they got Supergirl coming out soon. You know, so like hopefully that'll be good. And it's got the girl who
I'm-
starred in Glee on it.
I met him at a.
Yeah, I auditioned for the Aquaman TV show back in the day.
Oh, did you really?
No, you couldn't.
You would have been a good
Yeah.
Aquaman.
You couldn't have.
Thanks.
You would have been a.
That was a while ago.
Aquaman was just on TV like 4 years ago. or 5
No, I'm
years ago.
talking about the original Aquaman. What's his name? Who I
I
met?
didn't even know there was an original Aquaman.
What's his name? He used to swim. Oh, very handsome guy. Can't think of his name. Yeah, the television show when he didn't have to. He could breathe underwater.
Oh no, you're talking about Patrick Duffy.
Patrick Duffy.
That wasn't Aquaman. He was somebody else.
Another one underwater.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tommy won't even know that because you're too young. Do you know who
Yeah.
Patrick Duffy is?
I know who Patrick Duffy is. That
Oh,
does
Man
not sound
from
familiar.
Atlantis. Man from Atlantis.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat room.
Man from Atlantis. I don't know that.
When I was
Can't say I know that one.
when I was working at Universal, I ran into him. I met him at one of those loft parties, with a stage set party, and he was the nicest guy. Little.
He had gills and he could swim underwater, but it wasn't Aquaman. Like you would have been great as Aquaman.
Yeah.
Like that was.
Thank
I
you.
really like that one, and I think already you're in Daredevil, and I'm sure lots of opportunities will come your way. Let me ask you a question because this is going to show you how nerdy geeky I am. But my favorite kid.
Oh, I love it.
My favorite kids movie ever is The Mighty Ducks. So I fucking love Eldon Henson.
Mighty Duck.
Yes, he was in the Mighty
He was
Ducks
in all the
franchise.
Mighty
Very
Ducks,
good,
and he
Jim.
was in The Mighty. And he's got such a
Yes.
great like kids resume of like the greatest movies ever. I was so happy, and now he's in the Hunger Games. And
Yeah.
Jimmy, I bet you believed Cinderella was a virgin too.
yes, she was. Okay, now go back though. So just tell me, he's a really cool guy, right? I know you can't say he's not anyway,
Snow
but
White. I meant
hang on. But he's a really cool guy, right? I don't want you to blow my like whole thing because like I got this thing that I just think he's the coolest guy ever. Like as an actor, he's so cool.
I totally get that. Yeah, like, there's a couple celebrities, I won't say who, like I kind of idolize them, but I fear of meeting them because I don't want it to get ruined.
Yeah, I've had that a bunch.
Yeah, I've had that.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure with your show and everything, it's like, yeah.
So
Eldon, I never worked with him directly because my character doesn't really have any scenes with his character Foggy. So I only met Eldon at the premiere in Los Angeles in April. And I just had seen some of the show and everything, walked right up to him, and he was as nice to me as if he'd been working with me every day on set. He was a great guy. So yay for Eldon.
Yeah, that's cool. I like
Tommy, here you are, a young kid living in What town in Bucks County are you from?
Well, I lived right outside of New Hope in Yardley, Pennsylvania.
Okay, I can't say where we are because we don't want to be murdered and blown up. Well, because we're the
Do you have a lot of threats there?
first gay married couple to be, in the media world,
with a big
and
following.
we have a bunch of nut jobs out there who want to kill us. So we
Really? Oh, that does not sound good.
No, it's not good, but that's what happens when you go public. Okay, so here you are living in Yardley. Yardley's a beautiful town, everybody. It's a high-end town. The homes there are gorgeous in Yardley. And you decide now, you know what, I'm going to be an actor. What'd you do?
Well, Yardley was actually only one of the places I lived. I moved around a lot. So Bucks County is kind of like what I refer to as my hometown. But I lived in New Jersey a lot. I lived in Toms River, New Jersey. I lived in Michigan for a time. I lived in Maryland. So I was kind of a vagabond kid. I moved a lot. So Yardley was kind of the place that I kind of call home. I was a basketball player. I'm about 6'1", so I was pretty quick and pretty good for a white kid. And I didn't get recruited when I went to high school in Maryland, and I was kind of upset about that. I had kind of a chip on my shoulder. So I was a walk-on in college at Kutztown University in Pennsylvania. I mean, I lasted only a couple days because I was just kind of disenchanted with the whole thing. It was a Division II school, and I knew my basketball career wasn't kind of going anywhere. So I'd wanted to be an actor, but I had no direction, and my high school was very humble beginnings. It had no theater program at all, not a lot of budget. It was kind of a rundown place, but I won't say where. And I decided that there was a children's play that was a required theater class. It was advertised in a required theater class, and I just wanted to be an actor so bad since I was like 16. So I'm sitting there in my required theater class, and I see the notification. I said to myself, all right, if I get the lead in this children's play, I will walk off the basketball team, and I'll just pursue theater and acting and things like that at Kutztown. And I got the lead in the children's play, and I walked off the basketball team, and I majored in speech communication, minored in theater, and I got all the leads in the plays and never looked back.
There you go.
And I said I'd get an agent right out of college, and I got one. I don't know how that happened. I just was a determined
kid. But you're
kid.
tall and you're good looking. Those two things help.
Yeah, but there's a lot of tall-looking guys out there that cannot get an agent. My daughter Deirdre is an actress, so we have lots of young people around us that are wannabes or starter offers. And some of them are truly talented and gorgeous, and they just can't get a break. And I've come to the conclusion now in my old age, looking back in retrospect, that it has a lot to do with timing and luck.
I couldn't agree more with that, Ron. I got to tell you, I got an agent quickly out of college, but, it took me 10 years to get some better breaks. So
yeah, but to get an agent out of college is a big.
Yeah, totally. I got to say, though, like, I know people that are in that same position, and my heart goes out to people who are, forget good looking, just really talented, who work their asses off. And, we can't really do, we're always looking out for ourselves in acting, but, you do what you can with your friends. Like, for instance, Peter Shinkota. He's one of the best examples I've ever met of a professional actor who's doing well and does not hesitate for a second to extend the olive branch and help his fellow man or woman. He's an unbelievable guy. He's a really, really nice dude.
Generous actors go a long way.
We're going to try and get him on the show, so tell him you had a good time.
No, but
I will. He's a great guy. Great stories.
A generous actor will go a very long way, unlike Faye Dunaway. I'm glad to pronounce her name. I've heard such horror stories from the cast of Mommy Dearest and a few other films where they've worked with Faye Dunaway, and absolutely nothing. She doesn't even speak to you unless you're the lead. And she doesn't want anybody on the set. If you're an extra and you're hanging around, you have to be removed. And if you are a sixth principal player, you can't talk to her. I mean, I've never heard such nonsense.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's all together.
All right, so
it's a team effort.
One more Daredevil question, and then we're going to move on to some of your music, too, because we want everybody to know that you're also a musician and some of the other stuff you've been doing. So did you see the original Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck?
Of course. As I said, I was a fan, and I watched everything that came out. I have a big comic collection. I was looking forward to it. I remember going to the theater. It was at the Oxford Valley Mall in Pennsylvania, if I recall, at United Artists. And I sat there by myself anticipating a great movie, and I did not see that. But I was still kind of, grateful that one of the characters I loved made the screen. I'm kind of easy to please, so I gave a lot of the movies, and
I'm easy to please.
I gave him a free pass,
I'm
but
tough. I'm tough.
Yeah, he's tough, but I'm easy. Like, we saw Ant-Man. He didn't like it. I thought Ant-Man was awesome.
Don't forget, I'm
about to see that, actually.
Oh, you're going to love it. Go see it in 3D. Well, it's really good.
You must remember one thing. I was raised in golden Hollywood, in the golden years of Hollywood, when stars were superstars and writers were fabulous, and it was a different time. Today it's sensationalism. Today it's let's see what the picture can make. That's all they care about. They're not interested in the quality of the work. Some are. Steven Spielberg, I've got to tell you, is one of the few people who genuinely cares about his work and not the money he's made. He's a wonderful man. He's a wonderful man. And he does beautiful. I wish you could work for Steven. You'd love it.
I'd work for Steven in a second.
Hey,
I'd work for free because everyone I know a few people that have worked for him. They adored him. They said he is a generous man, he's a kind man, and he's a patient man.
I love it.
I've only heard good about Steven. Nobody said anything bitchy about it.
Let's go back though to the whole Daredevil movie thing because I actually enjoyed it. I didn't think it was like the greatest movie ever, but it had a great soundtrack. I work in the music industry, so I'm always like big in the soundtracks. And I had
it had a good soundtrack.
I loved Elektra, and even though the Elektra movie bombed, I enjoyed it. It was entertaining. And so I liked the whole thing. I don't think it was like as real. Maybe it was the time because that's so many years ago now, and times have changed, and so what people expect from things are different. I don't because it wasn't like as like Daredevil now on Netflix. It's like real. Like it seems like it's like really like real and in your face and like could really be happening like right now. It's not so. The stunts and everything that he does are not so unbelievable that he's jumping on airplanes and doing stuff that like maybe would be a lot harder to do. So it actually seems like the character and all the characters in it could be real. Like you could be a real character, a real person.
It's not superhero. It's just plain hero.
Yeah, it's like plain hero.
Yeah. This is Marvel's example of like the ground floor superheroes, the blue collar superheroes in New York City. And they're doing a great job. The Marvel Studios big picture is a little bit more galactic, a little bit more worldwide, and this is kind of like a page out of the comics, which makes me very happy because I always loved Frank Miller and Ann Nocenti and all those great writers.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think that's so cool. So congratulations for getting on Daredevil, and can't wait for season 2. And when does season 2 come out? Are they even telling us? Not till next year, right?
Next year will come out.
They're not telling us yet. Marvel likes to keep everything as close to the chest as possible, but I'm not even sure they've picked a date yet.
Okay.
Well, you have to make sure they're going to pick it up as well.
Oh, it already said it was getting picked up.
Yeah, but they said that sometimes.
Yeah, it'll be out in 2016. We just don't know when.
Okay.
Now, tell me another question, Tommy, and answer me the truth. Otherwise, I'll have your legs broken. Listen, how many friends have you lost since you've become a working actor?
It's actually
jealous and envious and hate you.
It's probably more how many friends I've gained on paper. You know what I mean? A lot of people come out of the woodwork when something like that happens. It's like, oh yeah, I thought you hated me, or something like that.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about the wannabe. I want to be your friend. I'm talking about kids you grew up with that don't like you anymore because you're not Tommy, the old Tommy, the basketball player. Oh sure, now you're Tommy, the movie actor. They do that routine.
All right, I'll tell you the honest truth. I don't recall losing one like that. I try to should I stay myself? I know that sounds kind of corny or gross, but I don't think I've changed, and I don't think they think I've changed. So I think if those are my friends and they get that, then they're my friends. They get the real me.
That's cool.
Yeah, but so many celebrities that I talk to, they say they've lost so many people over the years because of envy, jealousy, and the fact that they hate them so because they're famous and they work with great stars and they do the things that they wish they could do, and they envy them to the point of like, I'd rather not be their friend or see them than to feel the pain of being in their company. I won't mention the person, but she's very famous and she's on a daytime television show every day.
Well, I hope that doesn't happen to me.
I don't think
like
it's going to happen.
What? It may in time, as it does happen, because I'm no big deal. Trust me, I'm a big deal in television. With talk shows. And I lost a very dear friend of mine who I grew up with, and she was a dear, dear friend. And she just couldn't. She said, "I've changed." I said, "No, I just got old." I didn't change. I just got old. And when
that
you get
just
old,
happens.
you change when you get old. You don't do the jerky things you do when you're young. Most don't.
You got to remember, too, he's still really young.
How old are you, Tommy?
Oh, God, do I have to say that?
No, you don't have to.
Yeah, you do.
You can say when you...
Listen, trust me, say it now, enjoy it, because when you get to be my age, you're not going to be so happy about saying it.
He's middle. He's in his...
I'm
25.
What, 25?
Yeah,
Close.
Sure. No, I'm 35.
I'll tell you.
35. Oh, so you don't look anywhere near 35.
You look young.
Yeah, I actually did think, I know that you graduated college, and if you wouldn't have said it took you 10 years to get someplace, I would have thought, that
right out of college.
I would have thought 25, so.
Yeah, but some men do not age in Hollywood. Women do. A woman.
I'm doing my best. I'm trying to stay healthy and just stay active. I'm a personal trainer, too, so that keeps me very active all day.
Okay, so you're in a band. Okay, first, also, you were in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, which I haven't seen yet because he didn't want to go to it, but I'm going to see it when it comes on video.
Well,
look hard because my scene got cut, but I will tell you the good news about that was that it kind of restarted my film and TV career because at the time, I was getting other jobs after having wrapped that. When I went to see it and I found out that they retooled the entire movie, that was a bit of a shock. But I don't regret that at all because, like I said, it really helped get me going again. I got a bunch of other jobs on TV since, and I wouldn't change a thing on that one.
There you go.
At first, it was like, damn, shocking. But
to tell you the truth, I don't think it's going to wreck your screen career either.
If my scene was short, I got to tell you, it wasn't a big deal.
I wouldn't care if they cut me out of the Ninjas, to tell you the truth.
No way, that movie's a huge.
Oh, I don't care, but if it was an important film, I'd be very upset.
Oh.
Well, like Ron said, it's about money-making and sensationalism, and I think the Turtles probably
Thank you,
right into that milieu, right?
But if it was a great movie, name me a great movie that a great story movie. So many we've just seen. If you got cut out of that, that's upsetting. When there's, like, say, a Meryl Streep movie, and you're playing Meryl Streep's son, and suddenly they cut you out, you want to shoot Meryl Streep.
Oh, there you go. I got one more question I forgot. So how about Vincent D'Onofrio? Since you're in scenes with him, is he a really nice guy? Like, he's tweeted with me. He was super nice on Twitter.
Yeah, he's really great. I was, first day I'm meeting him. My first day on set, it's, me, Vincent, and Daredevil, and Toby Moore, and that's it. And it's a, quite intimidating room. And Vincent was great. He was very focused. Watching him prep for an intense scene was like a masterclass. I loved it. And he's really cool. He's jokey and fun off set, and he's really loose and just kind of relaxed. He's talented, man. He deserves any accolade he gets.
And he's in all kinds of stuff now. He was just in Jurassic World. And I have a 6 degree of separation because I have an audiobook company called Beacon Audiobooks, and we put out the Full Metal Jacket Diary audio.
Oh, sweet.
And Matthew Modine's the star with Vincent D'Onofrio, and so he's all about in it because they were the 2 stars of the film. And
it's great. I hear him and Matthew are still really tight.
Yeah, and so I put out the audiobook, and I've never met Vincent, but like he was real nice to me on Twitter. Anybody who's nice to me on Twitter, like I'm like totally like digging. And most people are, but every once in a while you get the not so nice
Matthew's
ones.
very nice, and usually nice people hang with nice people. I find that the crappy people hang with crappy people.
Yeah, that's true too.
Don't you get that?
That's a good point.
You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
I could never be with crappy people because I'm not crappy.
There you go. So you also then you have a band called Sweet Fix.
Had
a
band
band
called
called Sweet Fix. Okay.
Yeah.
I noticed though on your bio and everything, it's like you're a rock singer. You do have a good rock singer voice, and the music that we're gonna play for everybody, we're gonna play a song, and it's from 2011. So like, are you still doing the music thing in between the acting thing, and you're just not really doing the Sweet Fix thing, or what's going on with your whole music career?
I kind of took some time off in 2014, December 2014. Sweet Fix kind of officially broke up, but that was towards the end of me wrapping up season 1 on Daredevil. And I thought I was kind of maybe retiring for a time from like the rock band scene and doing music, but only a couple months went by, and then some friends and I got together and we started jamming and doing stuff again, and it feels good. And I'm only in the business now to make stuff we believe in, have fun, and maybe get out there again. I'm kind of two-timing them a little bit, working on another project as well, and just kind of seeing where that goes. So there's some opportunity kind of percolating. I just got to see where it goes right now. I'm trying to be patient and take my time with it because I don't want to get into a situation where I get like it's like a breakup with someone you love. Like I don't want to get hurt again being in a band. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Speaking of love and breakups, I see you have a wedding band.
I do. Happily married.
How long?
My wife she's incredible. She's a talented gal.
How long are you married?
Been married 1.25 years.
Happy honeymoon. Happy honeymoon.
Is she in the entertainment industry?
She is. She's an actress. She's a model. She can belt her face off. She's a great singer.
Great.
She's got it all.
Oh, cool. We'll have to look her up. Okay.
Julia Dennis. She's really up and coming. She's up for a few things right now. She does a ton of commercials. She's
we'll bring her up sometime. Does she have any music? Does she have any music recorded? Does she have any music recorded?
I wish she did, actually. She did more stage stuff, like regional theater, off-Broadway, stuff like that. But she hasn't gotten on any soundtrack. She should have.
Tommy, for the romantics and we have many that listen to this show, tell us how you met, how you courted her, and how you got her to marry you.
I love telling that story. I was in between acting gigs bartending at Becco on 46th and 9th in New York City, and she walked in with her sister. Her sister was cute too, but I locked eyes with Julia immediately. And she was the first girl in 1.5 years that made me nervous. And the first thing she said to me was, "When are you taking me out?" And I went, "Oh, I love you."
Wow.
And she's great, and we've been together ever since. It was a very easy relationship. It just fell right into place. And I proposed to her in Rome.
Wow, nice.
And that was like the greatest moment of my life.
Now listen, where'd you take her? Where'd you take her when she said, "When are you going to take me out"?
Where do we? Our first date was walking around in the city. Our first date was extremely casual and just simple
and cheap.
Oh no, actually, I took her out to a really fancy dinner at Felidia. Now that I recall, our first dinner was at Felidia in New York City, and I had done this commercial, so I had like a lot of money. So I was trying to like treat her like this high-end dude, and it was ridiculous.
Like a high-end.
Hey, listen.
Dude. She saw right through it too. She's like, "You're full of shit."
Well, you won. You threw the net. You got her.
Okay,
I did. I'm damn grateful I did.
That's good for you. Congratulations.
So for all of you girls out there that are heartbroken now over Tommy, be happy for him and let him set you as an example. Maybe some guy one day will come in your life and you could say, "When are you going to take me out?" Good line.
There's somebody in the chat room who, I think is a really big fan. They want to know if you enjoyed meeting your fans, and I think her name is Dana. So could you maybe give a shout out to Dana and just say if you enjoy or don't enjoy meeting your fans? I'm sure you do.
Oh my gosh. Well, when we were in London, it was, like I said, it's kind of mind-blowing to meet people who knew who I was at all, because I'm still kind of relatively newcomer to that scene, the science fiction comic world. And I had some fans. It was really, really humbling and wonderful. But I love meeting them. I spend as much time with them as I can. And whenever someone came up to the table to do an autograph or picture, I was in no rush. We actually met a little girl named Dana.
Yeah, that's it. She's an eight-year-old daughter. It's a lady named Mika's 8-year-old daughter.
Okay, I'm going to cry because we met her in London. And Ben Smith is her dad, if I'm recalling correctly. And she was one of the first kind of like quote-unquote fans. I'd call her a friend now because she came up to my wife and I at the table, and she was just so lovely, and so was her dad. And then her mom and her shy little sister came, or bigger sister, I should say, came by later. And we took some pictures, and they posted it on my fan page. And Oh, this is great. I can't believe Dana's on. Hi, Dana. It's so great to hear that you're listening to this.
Yes, that's super nice. And also we have our Hollywood Vixen, who's at an audition right now, couldn't make the show, and she's in the chat room, I guess, waiting for her turn. So give a shout-out to Deirdre and just say hello to Deirdre because she really wanted to talk to you.
And Deirdre,
Deirdre, hi.
that part.
Yeah, that's right.
I can't discuss any of it because I'm not allowed to, but it's a big movie they're doing in Philly, and she's up for this is her second callback.
Okay, anyway.
For a big part.
Anyway, too, though, everybody in the chat room is saying
Good luck
how nice it is and hugs that you remember her and stuff like that. So now we're going to play a song real quick.
Wait. I have a few fans out in California because my TV show came out of California. And I was having dinner with a friend one night, and this husband and wife came over, and they say, "Are you Ron Russell?" I said, "Sometimes." And they said, "We love your show, and what's Jane like?" And all the movie stars that I interviewed. And it was nice, but my food was cold.
Oh, really?
Because they were at my table for seemed like hours, and I couldn't shake them. And I had to have, my pasta was Alfredo. And boy, was it too cold. So that's the thing. Fans have got to learn if they want to come up and chat and you're eating, we're there to eat. Let us eat before our food gets cold. Then we'll talk to you.
I kind of feel like that's good advice and everything, but right now, like I said, I'm new to it, and
but what are you
I'll let my food get as cold as it needs to be if they want to talk.
All right, everybody. He said he'd let his food get cold. So you guys, if you see Tommy out, make sure to go say hello and support all his stuff because he's a super cool guy. And we want
thank you. Make my food cold.
We want you guys too to go and buy his music, even though he's not in the band Sweet Fix anymore.
No, please support the band. They're great guys. I'm certainly not angry about the legacy we left in New York City. I'm proud of that group.
So we got Make a Move. We're going to play Make a Move. Why don't you tell us something about it real quick, and then we're going to play it for everybody, and you hang on the line, and that way everybody can hear what Sweet Fix sounds like, and you sound like as a singer.
That's awesome. Thanks for doing that. We did a little EP with a song called FM Radio and Make a Move back-to-back, like a dual song kind of single, and it was the first song that Sweet Fix kind of collaboratively in the room did together. We all kind of did our own separate thing and brought ideas in, but we kind of came up with it on the spot. And I'll never forget the look on my drummer Marco's face and how exciting it was, and my guitar player Ivan in it, and Bill, my bass player. Everyone was just getting off on it, and it was one of those really cool, thrashy, fun pop rock songs that came together fairly quickly.
Where do you live in New York City? Don't give me the
I live in Astoria, right outside of the city.
Oh, go away, Astoria.
That's where
I was raised.
Really?
I was 11th Street and 34th Avenue in Ravenswood, which is right next. I went to the Astoria Pool, Astoria Park. All of my friends. I used to shop on Steinway Street, Ditmars Boulevard. Oh my God, Broadway was our big shopping street, right on Broadway.
Totally, I know exactly where you're talking about.
Yeah, I lived there. I'm 75, so I lived there 50 years ago, and it was country. We had lakes and trees. It was lovely.
What?
Oh,
really?
Yes, my friend. Across the street from my house was a lake.
What?
Yes. The lady.
All that stuff's gone.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
The lady next door, the Italian family next door, they were from Italy. They had goats. And they built a shed in the back of their house for goats. And goats used to walk sometimes they'd attack me and chase me. Astoria was country 50 years ago. Then the factory.
Wow, that's incredible to hear. I had no idea. I'm really glad that you actually shared that because I had no clue.
Broadway was all families, and that was where we bought our clothing. We went on Steinway Street to buy our slacks and shirts, and there was nothing else around except Manhattan. Astoria was a lovely place to grow up in as a kid.
All right, everybody.
Well, it's still pretty lovely now.
There's a restaurant there you've got to go to, my favorite. If I could remember the name. It's right on the corner of 38th Street. Across the street from that fabulous pastry shop. Do you know the pastry shop on the corner? The fabulous.
You talking about the Italian restaurant?
Yeah, Italian restaurant. Boy, is the food great there. And I'm Italian.
Is it Piccolo Venezia?
It's right on the corner across the street from the bakery. I remember.
You know the bakery on the corner where everybody sits outside and has cake and coffee?
There's a couple now. I'm not sure.
It's white.
It's on 35th or 37th Street and Ditmars Boulevard.
And Ditmars Boulevard? Gosh. I can't say I know offhand.
You have to try the Italian restaurant, though. That's across from the bakery. We go there a lot.
We drive into.
I'll look it up for sure. Email it to me later if you don't think it's the name.
We go to Astoria just to eat the food.
We go there a lot.
The guys that cook are old Italians, and they make.
I love it.
They make the food like we used to have as kids. Delicious, and their pizza. Forget about it. I'm getting hungry now.
Oh, this sounds good.
All right, so how about this?
And not expensive.
Yeah, it's not expensive. It's good.
Not expensive at all.
Okay, so you're
Give
gonna.
me that name. I want to go now.
I'll find out
I
what
have
it
to
is.
find
We'll
out where
find
it
out
is.
what
It's
we can ask Terry.
Delicious.
All right, so you introduce the song. Chad, are you ready to play the song?
Hi, Captain.
All right, you introduce the song, and then we're gonna play it. And hang on the line. When it's over, we'll talk again real quick.
All right. This is Make a Move by my favorite New York City band, Sweet Fix.
Is your wife next to you?
Yeah, we're just chatting.
Have her come in. Let me see her. Let me wait. Nobody can see her. Robot.
My wife.
Make a move, baby.
Wow.
Exactly what to do. I do too. I know you've been thinking about me. You know I've been wanting you. Take it easy, take it slow. Tell me where you really want to go. Before we say goodnight. Before we say goodnight. Before we say I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah. Everybody
That's a very good song.
Make a Move by Sweet Fix, sung by Mr. Tommy Walker.
Old rock and
Thank you.
roll back again. I love it.
And we have to see your wife.
Thanks.
Any of you
Yeah.
guys who were like watching where she stuck her
Forget it.
in, that's his
Forget
incredibly gorgeous wife.
Wait till you see this wife. You're going to drop dead. Come on, beautiful. Come back on.
Oh, you're calling you back over, Jules. I don't think she's coming by again.
Okay.
No,
She's
tell her she
completely
looks great.
unprepared. She couldn't possibly.
It doesn't matter. Tell her she looks. If she didn't look good, I tell her to get out. But she looks great. No, she looks good. Listen, push everything you can. We go out
Here she
to.
comes. Here she is.
How beautiful.
Hey, you are so beautiful. It's so nice
She
to meet
is
you.
beautiful. She's real. Look at that.
I can't
smile.
wait to see you all over, like in every movie and modeling and television show ever, because you're just drop dead gorgeous, and you guys are going to make the most beautiful children one day.
I
It's
said
not
that.
even
Don't
funny.
steal my line.
Oh well, she didn't hear
hate
you,
when
so
he
I got
does
to
that.
take it.
I hate when he does that.
All
It's a
right.
mind of his own. Beautiful.
Well, you just made her day, guys. Thanks.
No, she's beautiful.
gorgeous.
You know, we go out all over the world. We go to. You have no idea how big. We're big shit. Nobody believes it. So
They're big shit. Nobody believes it, but they're big shit.
we are.
You believe it.
We have, tell them who we are. How many millions of people
A lot.
watch us?
A lot.
Millions.
No, I know you guys are. I'm just teasing you.
No, seriously, millions and millions of
Yeah,
people.
we want to bring her on. When she's got something great to promote, we'll bring her on just because she's so gorgeous.
I mean, you
like
never
everybody
know.
will love it.
You never know who
That's very
sees
nice.
her
Thank you.
face. Somebody could have just seen her face now somewhere and said, "Hey, let's go check that girl out."
There you go.
If they know what's good for them, they should call her because she's young and she's not discovered yet. But I'm telling you, she's like literally on the cusp. She's
There
gonna
you
do
go.
really
Yeah,
well.
but can she act?
Oh my God, yes, she's very funny, very good.
Good.
Okay.
I mean,
we got to try and like get her into some comedies with some big famous people.
Yeah, you'll come back again, Tommy.
Oh, she's too good. Comedy, I thought I was funny, but honestly, I have a good comedy background. I'm proud of it, but she like kicked my ass in comedy.
There you go.
Well,
good for her, and congratulations, because like that's awesome. And by the way, everybody in the chat room loved your music, and they were saying it was kind of Cheap Trick reminiscent a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my guitar player Ivan would like explode right now. Anybody who's listening, because Cheap Trick's his favorite band, and he was heavily influenced by them, so he would absolutely die to hear that.
Well, they actually said it, so
you can hear it. But we like you a lot. We want you to come back.
Yeah, we're gonna want you to come back
with your wife and tell her to paint and look magnificent. You know.
I will. Thank you, guys.
I do.
Appreciate it.
And then you never know what happens. We love to help young people in the biz because it's so difficult. Years ago, a studio discovered you and they molded you and they made you. Today, you have to do all that stuff yourself. So the only way to do it, I understand now, is to do auditions online and send them out. So exposure, Tommy. The same thing with you. Next time.
Is your wife on Twitter?
She isn't. She just asked me the other day, coming back from London. She goes, "Should I have a Twitter?"
Yeah.
And I'm like,
"Yes, definitely.
Yeah, it might be time.
She should have Twitter, and you guys should be on Periscope together because everybody would discover you. Are you on Periscope?
No.
Do you know what Periscope is?
No.
Periscope is owned by Twitter, and basically it's a thing where you can go on and do live video. It's live. Like you could be like a lot of times I Periscope part of the show for people to see us in the studio like live in here. But you can do it, and like I follow all the people who've been on the show are on it, and you can do like little 1-minute videos or 2-minute videos or 10-minute videos, and like your fans would love it because you can just get on there. I follow the guy from Breaking Bad, Aaron Paul, and like he gets on it every day, and all he does is sitting on his couch and like answer questions and stuff. But like he has hundreds of thousands of friends and fans. And that's a way to build your fan base where people can because they can't talk to you, but they can type little messages just like it's a chat room, and you can answer questions and talk about whatever you want. And you would be a really big hit on that because you've got a great personality. Like you should really do it.
That's good advice. Maybe I'll take you up on that. That's a good idea.
Also, if I were young and as good looking as you are, I would have had makeup, the right lighting, a beautiful jacket. I would have knocked them all dead. I would have said, "Look at them, I'm gorgeous."
You do it now. Look at that hairline. You got a strong ass hairline. You're looking good, man. Don't sell yourself short.
I'm 75 years old. I'm lucky I'm breathing. Do I give a shit about a hairline? What do I care about a hairline? My lungs are working. But
hey, that's true.
No, listen, seriously. And you and your wife should come back on our show, dolled up like from the 1940s, like those fabulous stars. That's going to knock people out. Because we've lost glamour, and glamour sells. It always sells. It still sells. Casual is cute, but glamour is gorgeous.
And she's very glamorous.
I like that.
And
I like you.
No, but I'd love to see her, done up, full face, lashes, a beautiful outfit. I think she'd blow the camera right away.
Absolutely.
She does a lot of modeling. She really dolls up, and she does well with that. I'm telling you, she really looks good.
Well, why is it we've become slobs in the business? Why is it everybody you see now in the biz looks like shit? Only on screen they sometimes look decent. I mean, I just played a cop, believe it or not, straight cop from Brooklyn.
I believe it.
In the last movie. And I was in a cop uniform. And I felt so good to be dressed up neat and clean with a short haircut, looking sharp.
Yeah.
That's how we should.
Actually, he's very dressed up in Daredevil. You should see him.
Yeah, I did see you. You're gorgeous. I saw your clip.
Thanks.
Jimmy played it here.
Oh, that was at the premiere. That was
the premiere. You look beautiful in the jacket.
Oh, yeah, that was fair. I mean, I don't look too different from the premiere than I do in Daredevil. My hair's just a lot darker in Daredevil. They colored it down.
I mean, listen.
But my character's in a suit and tie every single scene and with a gun in
Listen to Ron Russell. Dressing is coming back. We have lots and lots of great black friends who are performers. And I've got to tell you, there's nobody that dresses like black people. White people could learn from them. The black people have such a sense of style. And our friends wear, who could that? Remember, I got to tell you a quick story.
We have to go.
Oh, I have to tell them the story.
No, we have to.
Oh, it's a great story. Jimmy and I went to an opening of a recording artist in Manhattan, a big affair. And I said to Jimmy, they're all black. We have to dress cool. So I wore a tuxedo jacket with tails, jeans, and sneakers. And Jimmy wore something else. And we were like, really? Like, wait, we're going to go in there slide. And we're going to be cool. Went in and everybody was in fucking Ralph Lauren. Thousands of black guys dressed like heavenly. You wouldn't believe. Gorgeous men.
Yep.
And we look like clowns.
And the women were in gowns with tits hanging out and hairdos. And Jimmy and I walked in. I said, oh, my God, we look like two stupid white jerks. Where the hell is But it's true. And the one guy I liked was a very big Vogue model, and there he is in a three-piece Ralph Lauren tweed that I would have killed him for that suit.
So here's what we got to do. Tell your wife to get on Twitter, and then
Yes.
I'll help her build followers. And get on Periscope. Keep us posted with anything you got going. We'd love to have you back, and we want to wish
you're
you
a nice guy. We
wish
you
you
all the
so
luck.
much success in the world with everything that you've got
Yes.
going on. Make sure to say hi to Derek Mackey. And
I hope we run into you one day in Astoria.
Oh yeah, one day when I know we're coming, I'll see if you're around. Maybe we can go. We'll take you to the pizza place, to the Italian.
Please do. All that sounds really good, guys. I really thank you for having me
Because
on.
now that you're a movie actor, we want to hang on.
No, we don't.
Oh, okay.
Because now, we like to hang out with famous people.
Okay. No, I wouldn't call
basketball
myself.
play, you go screw yourself.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's funny.
But now
Tommy,
that you're a star, we're going to hang with you, baby.
Tommy, thank you so much. You're really a pleasure to talk
Yes.
with. Your wife is gorgeous. Congratulations on everything.
Yes.
We'll be in touch, and thank you so much for coming on the Jimmy Star Show.
And I'll see you on the silver screen.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank
Alrighty.
you.
Take care, baby.
Bye.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Nice fellow.
Yeah, nice guy.
Nice guy. See, that's what Hollywood needs, nice people.
And he looks great on screen.
Yeah, I could see that little